Welcome back to the Gemini channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Gemini. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Always interpret the message as it best resonates. Also know on this channel, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I do look at everything, but we take time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes. This will allow you to understand why everything's playing out the way that it is and why your person's doing what they're doing, why you're attracting who you're attracting. A lot of times we're like, why am I attracting this person? It's like they say that you're a mirror of who and what comes into your life. Well, I'm not manipulative. I don't try and gaslight people. I try and be ethical. I don't treat people meanly. So, like I said, always a spiritual reason. So that's why we look at the spiritual blocks. We want to see what the underlying energy is, what's influencing your reading, why everything's playing out the way that it is, right? Because dealing with people that have a lot of shadows triggers us. It brings up a lot of our own trauma. So let's see what the underlying energy is. Can I shuffle? Feel like I'm still really suffering with allergies, guys. All right, let's see. Disequilibrium. Well, that explains a lot. So you're dealing with somebody that is really imbalanced. Again, and when a person's imbalanced, it means that they're coming from their real ego or they're coming from a real low self-esteem. They're not coming from a place of balance. So what causes disequilibrium is psychological trauma. And psychological trauma creates emotional trauma. And then what a person does because of that imbalance, right? It doesn't feel good to be imbalanced. It makes us feel like we have anxiety. It makes us feel like we need to control the environment. So in connection with someone that's really like imbalanced. Now, I don't know whether I feel like part of it is because of you. Part of it is I know why. It's like you're in separation from them and you have more control. And the more control that you seem to have, because they don't have control over you, they're not creating havoc in your life. If anything, you're looking at this person as if there's something wrong with them. Like I said, it's like they played a lot of games. I feel like this person normally gets over on people. They thought that they were going to get over on you too. That's not what happened. I don't know why this person is imbalanced otherwise aside from you. But the imbalance here, if that's what's underlining the energy, it means that there's a few things going on in this person's life that they don't have control over. And it's making them really imbalanced. It's making them feel as if like the bottom's like coming out from them. So I feel like they might be, they might have lost a job. They might be ending a serious relationship, that there's big things going on in this person's life and they're not strong within themselves. So you again having power over this person when they like to see themselves as superior. They like to see themselves as the one in control. Well, again, that it creates anxiety for this person. So again, that disequilibrium is again channeled out as anger. And it's mainly because they betrayed you and you walked away. And it's like, or they wanted to actually even portray you a little bit more, that, betrayal. It's like, I feel like someone betrayed them. And so they're in a place of disequilibrium and anger because someone did to them what they, again, did to you or were planning on doing to you. And when I say that, it's like, I feel like they betrayed you, but they could have betrayed you a lot worse, being that I feel like they're connected to somebody else. See, you took your power back so that they couldn't really betray you as much as they like. Because when they, come in and they use people, it usually really affects people, like because they know how to like lay it on thick And I feel like there's always a lot of drama. There's always whatever you're doing, whatever the person's doing. Now they're caught up in drama, unnecessary drama, which this person loves. This person, it's all about that. And so again, they weren't really able to do that to you, but I feel like someone's actually doing it for them. So they're feeling like they're like in a victim state consciousness. They feel like they're getting it from all different directions, but really this is a person that did it to themselves. They're someone that's imbalanced to begin with. They have a very low self-esteem, but because again, no one tends to walk around and act like this with a low self-esteem, you would think they come across as arrogant. So again, they're coming from their ego, but really it's because they're insecure. So this person is someone that has a lot of spiritual blocks and has a lot of shadows, and they love to create the persona that they are so desire. They love to think that they're so smart that they can outwit anyone, and they don't really care about how they treat other people. This is what it looks like. Again, they're imbalanced, but now they've lost control. They don't have control over their life. They don't have control over what you're doing. They don't have control over what the karmic is doing. They don't have control over their life right now. So they're in a place of anger because actually what was done, what they're used to doing was done to them. So this is the underlining energy right now, imbalanced. You don't need to write all three words in the comment bar. Just write the one word. Okay, so let's see what it was like to deal with this person, which we already can see that it was probably not pleasant because they're a control freak. You're like missing cards. Yes. Okay. I actually am. Let's see. I'm pulling from this deck next. Let's see what it was like to deal with this person. Yeah, always scheming, always strategizing. Like I said, this person feels like they can outwit anyone, but really, it's what they see is that you're not wavering. You're not wavering from what you want, and that they were hoping that they were, that you were going to be unaware. That's what they thought. They thought that you were going to be unaware of the fact that they were always like trying to get over, always trying to like figure out how to manipulate the situation because they want control. Like I said, we see it, control. And the thing is, when this person does not have control, it makes them feel really uneasy. It makes them feel not safe. When meanwhile, they don't need to be the one that's in control because no one else is wants to manipulate them. No one else is going to put them in a place that would make them unsafe. They're the person that does that. Yeah, and so when you would, I feel like this person acts like everyone's their enemy. And again, and because they do any type of conversation that you try to have with this person, they saw it as confrontation. And that's because when a person's imbalanced, all they hear and what all they see is what's in alignment with that wound. So I feel like at one point this person um was traumatized by someone in their environment that had to have full control over them where they didn't feel safe. So now they're that person that needs to be the one that's in control, but they're living mainly from their ego. And they are because they're unwilling to see their part. They're in denial of why their life looks the way that it is. We see that their life is like falling apart, that they actually don't have any control over their life at all when they're the ones that usually have all the control. So I feel like a lot of people that have been in this person's life had had enough. It wasn't just you. Yes, you were in the mix. And I feel like that's why this person is so angry too, because I feel like there was a part of them that thought that they were going to run to you. When really it's like all they wanted was like attention. This person lives again from their ego. So I don't feel like they ever gave you a commitment. I don't really feel like they were being honorable to the people that were in their life. This person runs around. They get a lot of attention in their ego, in themselves feeling superior and feeling like in charge and very powerful at one time. It's where I feel like they had a good job, they had a good life, but this person self-sabotages everything, and they do so because they're never coming from their true self. They're always scheming, they're always trying to get over. They think that everyone is stupid, they think that everyone's unaware. And then what happens is when people confront them, they get angry. They have a lot of anger issues. So everything that they hear, everything that they see, like I said, is in alignment with that original wound. So you're like, so you disconnected from this person. You were like, I'm not dealing with this. Whatever this energy is, again, if you wanting to control, why do you want to control so bad? Like, and what were you doing when you were controlling? Well, again, I feel like again, this person really pretends to have a lot of money, but they don't have a lot of money. They always are coming from a place of lack, which is I'm not good enough, I don't have enough. So again, when a person comes from lack, they're always looking for things outside of themselves to be whole. This person doesn't do that. They think that they're going to go to a bunch of different people and get it. They know that one person isn't going to give it because they've been codependent their entire life. So again, they really again come across as someone um, that likes to intimidate people. Again, so they want to seem powerful. They want to seem that they're in control. So again, but a person that's in control doesn't try to intimidate anybody, right? It's again, they can come from a balanced place. No, this person takes like they don't want to do that because they like to take risks. It's again almost like that anxiety that they feel like they're in competition, like you're getting away from them, like they don't have control. So this person is someone that like continually takes risks for the high that they get from it. So when a person has gone through severe trauma, they have very low energy. They have low energy because they don't know who they are. And when a person doesn't know who they are, they don't feel comfortable with who they are. So they always live from their personas. But again, you're not going to get good results from your persona, maybe for a very short period of time, but eventually the truth comes out. And when you create personas and you live from that level of consciousness, it means that you're coming from a place of fear. And so, again, nothing good ever manifests for this person. So, they don't really believe anything can happen, good can happen for them anyway. They don't really believe that they can have love. They believe that they can have respect, but the way that they try to gain that respect is through intimidation and through control. So again, this person continues to take risks, but they do on everybody else's back. And again, controlled by their anger. Because again, what's happening is every single risk that they try to take, is not working. Like I feel like their entire life and what they perceive that their life was is actually crumbling right now. And it's crumbling, but they were in a long time in denial about it. I feel like they tried to stay put. They tried to like just act as if everything was fine, but they did so by like still getting attention from other people because again, who they're surrounded by isn't giving them anything, and you're not giving anything. So they have to go and they have to get attention from everywhere. And the problem is not just attention, they have to have the spotlight on them. They have to again be the life of the party because this person feels inadequate, they feel not good enough. And because they feel not good enough and inadequate, they again, because of the lack, they go to outside things. But the way that they do that is they create a persona, and that persona is like they're the life of the party, that they're really likable, that they're really nice, but really they're really needy. They're really needy. That's really what it is. And so this person like needs to let people to see who they really are. It's like they don't really know who they are. Like I said, they create personas, and those personas means that it's like I'm not good enough, lack, I can't be good enough. So I'm going to create the persona. But like I said, I feel like when you do that and the persona is that you want to seem powerful, you want to seem in control, it can't be about intimidating people. And it's not about taking risks with other people either to make yourself feel big. Where again, this person is completely stressed out now, but I feel like there's someone that suffers from a lot of anxiety because they feel inadequate. So they never trust people, and that's the thing. So I feel like they're stuck in trauma, and but then it's again due to this just energy of not knowing who they are, of being tired, of being stressed out, of being angry, of being just always in a low vibration is making them extremely lazy. Which is, by the way, is pissing off the karmic completely because it's like you're just kind of like there. You're not like doing anything. You're not contributing to life. And no, they're not imbalanced because they're imbalanced. It's again, they don't really want to be there. They want it. There's a part of this person that just wants to, like I said, wanted to be able to scheme and manipulate to get what they wanted. And what they want seems to be whatever it is in that moment, because they don't know who they are. See, when we know who we are, we can be in a bad mood. We can also not feel well, but we have a destination. We know how to keep our focus on creating ourselves. There's a sense that this person doesn't have a purpose. They don't have a focus, which makes me believe that they don't have any control over their life because of, again, someone took their job away from them, someone took their purpose away from them. Again, so now this person doesn't even know who they are. They're just kind of going through the motions. So this person might have had a business and now they lost their business. Now, it might mean that they still are able to work for that business, but it is no longer theirs. So there's no longer the desire to really work it because it's like I did it because it was mine. I loved it because it was mine, but now it's not mine. So I don't really care. There's a sense, like I said, this person lost full control and they're staying put in a place that they don't really want to be in, but that's really being that they're being controlled. And I just feel like with you, they were like, well, kind of saw it as like a passion, kind of saw it as like, well, as like I'm going to take a risk in being with you and hope that you're unaware of like everything that's going on in my life. But their life is falling apart because of their scheming. So they're not even the same person that you once knew. They're a person that's lazy. Like I feel like at one time you thought that this person might have been a mover, a shaker. It's like they're not. They're lazy now because they have no purpose, and there's a sense that they're stressed out because they don't really know what they're going to do. But I feel like there was someone that always suffered from anxiety also. And that happens all the time when you don't trust who you are, right? When you don't trust who you are. So again, this person needs to heal their inner child. They have a lot of they have a lot of trauma. They have a lot of trauma based on the past. So let me just pull 3 from this, which is again, they're drowning in their emotions at this point. There's a sense of just going under. Everything is going under. So again, if it could be a job, it could be the end of this person's support of their identity, of the persona that they had created for themselves that made them feel good about themselves. It's the end of that. So it's like almost like everything happened at one time. Like you walking away and then them again, the people that are surrounding them. Again, I don't really feel like it's one person. It could be a group of people that just were like, we don't want you to work here anymore. We don't want you around here anymore. Or it could be that you live in a big house or something with a bunch of people and everyone said, we don't want you here anymore. And so, like I said, this person's world is falling apart and you walked away at the same apart, and it was all because they were always scheming, you know. Yeah, ruins. Like I said, I feel like this person, like whatever made whatever this person created, like and they created, so they might have created something and brought in like investors, while all the investors turned on them and took away their whatever it was that they had built for themselves. So it's no longer theirs. And I feel as if like what's the even the fact that I feel like these people that were around them, if it wasn't investors, it was people that helped them at one time, people that they considered family at one time. Now they've all turned on this person. Like everything's left in ruins. So there's a sense that this person doesn't have an identity, they don't know who they are, and they're extremely lonely. And again, whatever they had with you, you're not interested because of the games that they played. So of course this person is lazy and they're just sitting around. It's like because they need to really heal. So let's see. Um, let's take a few from here and see what do they feel about you? Again, what do they feel about you? Or this connection or what it was like to hang out in this connection. Give us some clues, Spirit, about what this person. Now, a lot of you people, I'm sure, are going to be like, I don't even know who this person is anymore. And you don't. There's a sense, like I said, that if you were to see this person again, they would be almost unrecognizable to you. They're not the same person. So let's see. Love like ours can change the world. So again, they always felt that connection. It's not like they didn't. So again, they're like, we had a really strong connection. There was a lot of unconditional love there. I just feel like this person didn't want to like leave. I've hurt you and I'm sorry. I hope that you can forgive me someday. I would understand I was acting from a place of fear. And I long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy, but you make me long for those things. You met this person when they were shut down. That's what I feel like. Now, what I feel like is that, being that they're in a horrible place and you were the last person that gave this person attention and love, and they don't have anyone around them and they're lonely, they're reflecting, they're being made to feel to reflect because obviously the tower moment, everything in this person's life is in ruins. There's nothing. This person's drowning and everything's in ruins. Like whatever's left, there's nothing for this person. So again, they're reflecting back and they're saying, wow, like there really was like this connection. But I understand that's part of their ego too, but like in search of like looking for love, looking for something. This is actually a survival mechanism that when we have a tower moment, that we want to actually feel secure. We want to feel, so that's when we normally rely on our friends when we go through a tower moment, when something horrible happens and it wasn't our doing, right? This person like is losing everything. They've lost control. But what their mind is like, well, at one time you gave me love and there was love there. Like they didn't treat it like it was love. So they also know that they did a lot of shit to ruin this connection. And they're like, I was acting from a place of fear because I was like I couldn't leave my situation. So I just feel like again, there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things. And this person's always committed to doing things the wrong way. And so the universe actually came into this person's life instead and made a tower moment happen in every single area of this person's life. It's affecting every single area of their life. And it's because they let their ego take control. They were really in like an insecure person to do that. So they were living from their shadow. They were living from the persona. And because they were living from the persona, they didn't get any good results. That's what happened. But it's almost like divine time where every single person in this person's life has turned their back on them. And it's to put them into a dark night of the soul, to make them look at, again, how they have created the reality that they're living. So, of course, their mind is reflecting back on you because you, again, left at the same time as this tower moment. So, it's really profound. And it's because there was a very sacred spiritual connection here. This is why this person says love like ours could change the world. They just didn't want to honor it. They just didn't want to give you that. They wanted to run around with other people. That's what they wanted to do. Yeah, see, it's again, and there's a part of this person that would like to believe in the impossible, but they know that it's impossible, that this connection can really be resolved with everything that they did, but they're like, maybe it's a fairy tale. They aspire for it. They want they it's a daydream of theirs. They want a romantic ending. That's really what they want, but why there's nothing here. It's again, they everything that they had, they lost. So this is a person that's again very codependent because it's almost like now that their life is destroyed, they're looking to run to somebody else. Again, because there's too much tension, there's too much anxiety. Again, this person doesn't know. Um, they don't know what's going to happen in their life. Like I said, everything that happened was sudden. It wasn't like they had planned it. So again, there's a strain on their life. And so there's a sense of, again, that now they almost see it as they want the situation to sort out, they want to sort the connection out with you. But the thing is, it's almost like it's taken so long and it's so complicated. It's like this person is going, like, because they're in the dark night of the soul right now, they're going inward on the spiritual quest to try to solve the problem. But the problem is, it's almost like it is a catch 22, that there's a part of them that everything that they didn't want to give you and tell you, they're going to have to tell you and give to you. That's number one. Number two, I feel like the situation, like with them at this point and you, they've delayed it for a long time in hopes that you would come back to them, in hopes that they would get over you. Again, they didn't really want to do this, but at this point, they're looking to sort out the situation. But like I said, it doesn't change what they've just gone through. Part of the catalyst for them to come towards you is the fact that everything's destroyed. Yeah, they want to they whatever you're doing, they want to co-create, they want to collaborate. And I knew it because it's again, there's a part of this person, whatever again they had built is gone. It's again, their identity is gone. So there's a sense that they feel empty, that they're lazy, they don't really. So with you, there's a sense of I can contribute to you. I can help you form an organization. I can co-create, I can collaborate with you. It's like you give me purpose. And there was that love there. They didn't honor the love because again, they were tied up with somebody else that was tied up to something else that they had created. They were never planning on leaving that person because they knew if they left that person, that everything that they had acquired would be gone. And if it wasn't that person, it was a bunch of people that just wouldn't didn't want them to like date outside or didn't want them to be with anyone outside. But what I'm really feeling is like for some of you, they were attached to a business, to something where they would have never left. But it's almost like every single person that was part of what they've created has turned their back. possibly due to a relationship, like I said, that they were in, but it doesn't have to be. It could, because this person just had really shady behavior that drew a lot of negative attention to, again, their business, and everyone got fed up with it. So now that's the issue. So this person is seeing you and they're like, whatever you're doing, they want to, I believe that they've been following you, and whether that's watching you on social media. And like I said, they're like, well, I can see like how I can contribute. I can see how I can help out. And it's again, and that we can collaborate, you know, it makes them feel as if, you know, first of all, it makes them feel like young again. It makes them feel, gives them purpose. So when they think about it, where right now I feel like this person is so insecure. If anything, they feel old. They're trying to find themselves. They're being very strong-willed, like I said, because I feel like their entire life has fallen apart, has been ruined. So like I said, they see it almost like I'm breaking free from the situation, even though they're not breaking free from the situation. Everything that they had is lost. However, they are breaking free out of that limited mindset of feeling like I'm a victim. It's like their mind reverts back to you because of, again, you didn't stick around. You cut this person. So you were like, I'm not going to be with you. There was once love. There was once a deep connection. They didn't honor it. They didn't respect it. It said that you broke away from that. You were like, you didn't give this person the time. And that you didn't because you were busy creating. You were busy doing. This person now sees everything why they wouldn't be with you before is why they want to be with you now. And that's the irony. That's the catch one too. And they want to bring, like, again, there is love, there is romance. This is what they feel because it was always passion. However, they were attached to somebody else at the time. So this person doesn't really know. And again, whether you're just going to think that it's a toxic relationship and betrayal. Like this is their fear because they know how everything looks and they know, but I do feel like they're gonna try and fix this like the best way that they can. Um, and that's a lot for this person because again, they're usually in their ego. They're usually like in their pride, but the thing is, there's this timeless energy, and that timeless energy is it's like there's like you feel familiar. I feel safe with you. Like now they're looking at you on how you wanted them to look at you in the beginning, but did they ruin the connection? I would say they probably did. It's a shot in the dark for them to like even come towards you. I feel like they're coming towards you because hey, there's actually nothing else for this person. That like that's why again, and there was passion, but I just feel like I said, I wish I could take it back. Yeah, of course they do, because it's again, they're not in the same place. So are they genuine? Yeah, they are, but that doesn't dismiss everything that they did. So this is a collective reading. So, and some of you will not take this person back, and some of you guys will again, but like I think that you won't, the majority of you won't, because you'll always be afraid that they're hiding something, because they once hid all of this. So there's a sense that you can't like really trust them. And so, like I said, but it's a collective reading. So I'm not gonna say either way because I feel like there's always some because its energy feels a little bit almost like twin flamey. And the reason why is because the tower moment, and the tower moment, it represents this person's ego, everything that again that was built from their ego is now destroyed. And so this person doesn't have an identity. So you're not meeting the same person. However, they're being put in a very vulnerable situation, which they don't like. They hate to be involved. Remember, they wanted to be the one that was in charge, but that's what got them in trouble. So they don't really know. But there's a sense of, again, timeless energy between you and this person because there was love, there was unconditional love, there was a soulmate, but it's all gonna be up to you, Gemini, whether you take this person back. I'm not even gonna pull for it, but what I will do is I will say, why did you attract this person into your life? You're a mirror of whom what comes into your life. Why did you attract this person? So we always look at the inner child wounds. First card out is neglect. Second card out is cleansing. Third is play. Fourth is rage. Resilience, 5, and one more. Discipline. So I'm actually feeling, believe it or not, this person didn't like bring out every single wound, childhood wound. It did bring out neglect growing up and not being supported, and not getting the emotional support is neglect. And when we don't get that, then a lot of times there's a sense of not being happy, being angry, not feeling supported. So having rage, and also by not having that support because of neglection, a lot of times children don't go out and play. They don't go out and discover everything that the world has to offer to them. Obviously, if they feel like that they're not supported by it, they're going to live more safe because they don't view the world as being safe. And I feel like you didn't view the world as being safe because of the way that a parent made you feel. And it wasn't even what they did, it was the way that they made you feel. They neglected giving you that emotional support that you needed. So there was a sense of you not, again, being happy, always feeling overlooked. And so as a child, when you grow up that way, you have to figure out how to do things on your own. So there was actually gifts that you did have of being resilient and knowing how to cleanse yourself. So I feel like you have a lot of spiritual energy. You're someone that knows how to heal yourself. So you cleansed yourself. And what you did is you made sure within this situation that since this person was like neglecting you, did it make you mad? Yes, but you took that fire energy because that's what anger is, and you channeled it with your resilience and with your discipline. And you again put that energy towards creating yourself. And that's why this person now is looking at you and saying, well, I want to co-create with you. I can see how I fit into your life, where before it's, again, you might have not like had created yourself. So this person wouldn't really feel as if they could contribute anything to your life either. Like this person is not an emotional person. They shut down those parts of themselves a long time ago. They learned how to navigate their lives mainly through logic and mental. But the problem is when we deal with people only from a logical perspective, we're not including empathy or sensitivity. And because of that, then it's very easy to cut people out when we look at people like just black and white instead of looking at things from a full perspective. This person wouldn't get close because they felt like they couldn't get close. They created personas, and those personas were based on pretty much using people and not really ever closing out any cycle with anybody, and just kind of like living from people. So again, it could be not even one karmic, but a bunch of different karmics. You know what I mean? This person definitely had karmic relationships, however, where at one time they were good, they were supportive, but not anymore. And it was due to their bad behavior. It's that they changed as they had built whatever they built. Their ego got bigger and bigger and bigger. And they lived from that level of consciousness. So they, of course, didn't want to only like settle down with one person. No, they didn't want to do that. They wanted to run around with a lot of people. And if they were attached to a karmic, they didn't even want to be with that karmic. They wanted to be with a bunch of people. They wanted their ego fed. They wanted to, again, seem desirable. But what it made this person believe is that there's no such thing as love. That there's no such thing as, because again, they're using people, they're flashing everything that they have. And those people that they're connecting to, they're hooking up with, well, they think that they're going to get something. They're not going to get anything. And this person knew it. So they were using people. They were only attracting low vibe people, again, because who gives, unless relationships are something that happen over time, right? So the only thing that they were attracting were people that wanted them for their stuff. So again, it drew so much negative attention, but you know, it ruined this person's life because everyone pretty much got fed up. Now, you walking away at the same exact time, well, it's again, that's a spiritual element too, because I don't think that this person would have even reflected on how they treated you in the past. I don't. I feel like, they didn't think that this connection would actually bother them. It did bother them because when they reflected back on how they treated you now, they feel bad about it. However, when they were doing it, they didn't feel bad about it because, again, they were in a different place in their life. They are not the same person. So they're coming into your life like actually humble as the person that you almost would wish that they were that person when you first met them, but they were not this person. They were somebody that was very selfish. And like I said, and enough people got involved, whether that's this person's family, it could be their family, it could be people, business partners, it could be friends and family. It's like there was almost like an intervention, and that intervention was not just, we're going to talk to you. It was like whatever you built, whatever you created, whatever we have stock in, we're taking it from you because you're not to be trusted. And because you're not to be trusted, we're gonna do this to try to keep you stuck, to try and keep you that way. And so it ends off for you with that spirit says, now that you see who this person is, I think is more about being in the here and now. Like, if you want to take back this person, because again, there is that chemistry and this person isn't the same person, you would have to just be here in the here and now. Like, don't reflect back on what they did in the past and don't project of what they might do in the future. Spirit says only in the now do you get divine guidance. And that's to be grounded within yourself to keep on your mission. But Spirit says the future does not exist and the past is gone. Focus on the present moment. Have confidence in life again, because here now there is no danger. Everything happens when your soul is ready. So Spirit is almost saying like, this is a divine connection, even though you may think, well, this person was horrible to me. Yes, but they're not the same person, and they're going to come back as a different person where they actually apologize. Now, that doesn't mean you need to take this person back. Again, everybody has free will. However, there's twin flamey energy here. So there's a sense that Spirit's saying this, believe it or not, this is a divine connection. However, in order for it to work, you can only focus on the here and now, because on the here and now, there is no danger. Don't project what might happen. Don't give all this person every single like egg either. Keep some of your eggs in your own basket, right? It's like it's neither one or the other. Find your balance if you want to be with this person. But if you do, you'd have to again only focus on the present moments. And that may be too difficult for you. You may say, no, I don't want to do that. And if it's a twin flame relationship, understand you will not want to do it the way that it says to do this now, but there will be a sense of almost like feeling as if something greater than you is making you surrender to it. Because again, this person is planning on helping you. They're planning on coming in and helping you to create. Like I said, they created their own business. They needed those other people to like help do something within it, but they were the main person that again, so they know how to be good in business. They're not good emotionally, they're not good at being vulnerable, they're not good spiritually. I feel like, however, spirit like put this person in a dark night of the soul and made a major tower moment happen. They're not the same person. So like I said, it's going to be up to you, but this is the key if you want to make it work. I'm going to leave that there, Gemini. You let me know how you resonated with this one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.